Merry Christmas Eve! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for Christmas. Are you guys excited for Christmas? I'm so excited. But I wanted to pop on today because a while back I did a poll on my Insta story about blow drying, and there were definitely some people that were interested in some blow drying tips. So you can see in my lovely turban style, I just took a shower, my hair is wet. Well, I didn't just take a shower, it was probably like an hour ago. But I'm gonna blow out my hair, and so I thought that I would walk you through how I blow out my hair to make it last like 5 days. This last wash only lasted me 4, but that was because I wanted clean, fresh hair for Christmas Eve and Christmas. So I actually cut it a day short, but I totally could have rocked another day if I wanted to. So literally it's still on the towel, and I'm just gonna rock it out right in front of you live. So hopefully this goes well. It's gonna get a little loud because blow drying is loud, but I'm gonna talk you through the steps first. So first thing is I always try to let my hair dry a little bit in the towel. So that's kind of why I did like an hour ago I took my shower, because if you have long hair like I do, your hair is just, it just holds moisture. It's just so wet. And so you need it to get a little bit dry, but I don't actually pull it out of the towel because it'll start to dry in this like very awkward pattern. And I don't recommend you brush your hair wet. You can if you have a wet brush, but I don't have a wet brush. I use like a detangling brush. It's called Tangle Teezer. And so since this is what I use, I don't brush it when it's wet very often at all. So this is my wet hair, and like I said, I let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put some products in. Now, I just want to like start off by saying it took me a long time to figure out my system. So I'm going to give you what works for me. I definitely know of other products that work for other people a little bit better. So if there's something like you're specifically wondering about and you have a different kind of hair, feel free to like drop some comments below, or like just chat with me, whatever you want. But like feel free to like interrupt me, ask me questions. I'm just going to show you like what works best for me. And like I said, it took me a long time to figure this out. So the first product I use is a leave-in conditioner. It's called Milkshake. I've tried others and I always come back to this. I love this Milkshake so much. I actually got it from my hairstylist at Kelly Beauty Studios, I think is the name of her Instagram if you want to follow her. But she put this in my hair. You know how you go to the hairstylist and they put stuff in your hair and then you're like, oh my gosh, my hair's amazing, and then you do it yourself and it's never like that again. Well, when you're friends with your hairstylist, which thankfully every state I've lived in, I've always been friends with my hairstylist, you can actually get the like recommendations from your hairstylist. So I just spritz this in. I kind of stay away from the root because it is a leave-in conditioner and you're trying to avoid, and I pull the ends out and I specifically spray the ends and kind of massage it in. But you don't want to get it by your roots because you're trying to reduce the amount of oil that's produced so that your hair can go longer. I kind of worked myself up on this one, so if you try a leave-in conditioner for the first time ever and you do like I just did, what, 5 or 6 sprays, you might notice that your hair doesn't handle it as well. You might want to do like just a couple sprays to work it up and then go from there, because conditioners can tend to make your hair a little more moisturized and / oily. So you just want to build it up. The next thing I do is I take a root boost. This is actually from Lange. Pretty much everything else I'm going to use is from Lange. I highly, highly, highly recommend you use something in your roots that is designed for your roots to create volume, because the volume's it's gonna fall throughout your 2, 3, 4, 7 days, however long you go between washes. So you want to put some volume in there to start so it has somewhere to fall from, but you don't want to put something in that's going to make your roots worse. So this is like a mousse, but a little different of a formula. And when I ran out of it, I was like, oh, I'm not going to buy any more. Jokes, I need it. So I just shake it up. It's got a little spray thing, and I lift in sections and spray right along the hairline. Usually like 2 or 3. Go to the other side, lift, spray. Don't get too much, but do make sure you're getting enough. And then I'm going to take my fingers and kind of massage that into the scalp. So this is what's going to give me the volume when I blow dry. And I don't actually blow dry my whole hair because, let's face it, I don't have time for that crap. So this is really fast. I just put this in the roots, and then when I blow dry, I get like a ton of volume from it. You can kind of already see there's like a lot more volume in there already. So that helps quite a bit. I tell myself all the time I don't need it, but I just can't get away from it. I use a mousse. This is a Whip volumizing mousse. And then this is kind of like to balance, like the root boost is at the roots, and then I put this through the rest of the hair just to get a little extra volume. I stinking love this stuff. I swear to God, I think I've had it like 12 months. That's probably a lie, 10 months. I love this stuff so much. And it comes out like whipped cream. It's called Whip. I love it. And I just run this through the rest of the hair, kind of through the body of it. I'm going to stand on my tippy toes so you can see all the way to the bottom of my hair. And this just gives the rest a little more volume. Every time I'm going to wear my hair straight, I tell myself, oh, I'm not going to put any whip because I'm going to wear it straight anyway. Who cares? But I just can't get away from the volume, guys. I'm like stuck in the 80s. I don't know. Volume's back, right? So I love this stuff. Highly recommend this stuff as well. And then something else I've been trying, and I know it might seem like a lot of products, so this might not be your particular formula, and that's totally fine. I just need like as much grip and volume in my hair as possible, because my hair, if I just let it do its thing, it dries pin straight, which is great. That's gorgeous. I never need to own a straightener. But it's just so flat that I have to do all of the things to get the grip and the volume. So the last thing I've been trying is a hair lotion. I'm not gonna lie to you, this scared the crap out of me. The first time I ever heard of it, I was like, no way I'm ever putting a hair lotion in my hair. But I just get a little dot of it, and it really adds a lot of, like I said, grip would be the right word. It just adds a lot of texture into the hair. If you don't like texture, if you like running your hands through your hair and it feeling like as smooth as a baby's bottom, you're not gonna want the lotion. But I don't put this up by the roots at all. I just kind of pull from the middle down on each strand, and I just get a little more grip in there. Yeah. So then if I go to style it later, it'll have, like, if I try to do something and I try to clip it somewhere, there's more to it when I actually do that so that it'll stay. So then here's the key to the whole thing, right? Products are fantastic. Products are what make the difference. But once you have the products in your hair, how the heck do you actually like save time with your blow drying but get the effect that you're looking for? So I'm also using a Laneige blow dryer. Isn't this so pretty? It's like baby pink and it's like rose gold. Oh my God, it's so pretty. I actually bought the Bijou set probably 10 months ago. That was when I got the other stuff too. Pardon me, I'm just plugging in. I bought the Bijou set, which came with this and the straightener and then the 2 curling ones like 10 months ago, and I just have never looked back. I tried to bring this to Europe. For those of you that know, I went to Europe this summer, and long story short, I couldn't bring everything that I thought I could bring. So I got it as far as New York because we went to New York first, and then I had to leave it at my mother's house, and I was dying without it for 3 months. So, okay, so this is how you blow dry. Ready? So I'm only going to do the roots, and I'm going to kind of like, I don't know, get a middle part going, and then from here, I'm going to kind of like do what I did with the root booster. I'm going to pull small sections over in the opposite direction of that middle part, and then I'm going to blow dry from here down the hair. Now I'm only trying to get the roots, so you'll notice I might like push up the roots as I blow dry and just try to get those roots, but I'm making sure I'm going in this direction. So a lot of things that people do wrong when they blow dry is that they blow up the strand. You really want to be careful because there's like all these little follicles that go down the strand of your hair, and if you blow the wrong way, they like fan out and you get that like really fuzzy look when you blow dry your hair, that like all these little baby hairs are coming out and you're like, what the heck are those? Those are the follicles of your hair strands being blown away from the actual strand of hair, and that's actually what like accelerates dead ends. So you always want to make sure, and you'll see once I start, it's probably going to be hard to hear me, so I want to tell you this now. I'm going to blow dry this section, and then I'm going to pull another section over, and this is going to give me the volume because I'm blow drying it opposite of where it's going to lay, but I'm not blow drying it opposite of how the follicle grows. I hope that makes sense. Give me some, I don't know, love if that makes sense. So let me let me start to demo this for you. It's gonna be loud, sorry. Okay, so awkward. So you probably could tell it didn't take me very long, and I know you can't feel my hair, but the roots are dry. The roots are completely dry. This is still wet down here, but it doesn't take me very long because of the couple things that I did, right? I let it dry a little in the towel first, like I walked around in the towel for like an hour, and then I put products in the roots, which help it. And now, I mean, I know it's crazy, it needs to be tamed, but like, look at this volume. Look at this over here. Like, and I can push it up and it like stays. That's how much volume it has now that it's blown out. And it's just like completely changed my entire routine now that I've started doing it this way because it's so fast. And then I'll let the rest of this air dry today. I'm actually gonna go on Facebook and do an eyeshadow tutorial here in a little bit. It's a double whammy tutorial today. But like, I'm gonna let this air dry, like, probably for a few hours, and then I don't need to style my hair until my Christmas party tonight. But I have like all this extra lovely volume up in here. So I'm just sorry, fiance texted me. I'm just going to blow dry the other side. If you want to hang out with me and ask questions in the comment section, I can respond to them live right now. So feel free to like drop some questions while I do the other side, and then I'll just kind of show you at the end how I kind of let it lay before it dries. But those are pretty much my tips and tricks. I use a leave-in conditioner because I don't wash my hair more than like every 4 or 5 days, so I want it to stay moisturized. I use a mousse and a root booster for volume in the root of my hair and then in the rest of my hair, and then I use a hair lotion in the body of the hair to get some extra grip for styling. And then I blow dry with the grain of the hair, but not upside down, but like the opposite direction of how it lays to get that extra volume. So feel free to drop any questions. I'm happy to like troubleshoot with you. I don't know if I said this, I haven't brushed my hair. Notice that I have not brushed my hair. I don't brush my hair until I'm done with the blow drying process. So I will do that here in just a moment. But feel free to leave me questions while I do the other side. And yeah, thanks for being here today. notice it took a little longer because I turned down the heat, but same principles. And so now you can see, like, sometimes I have people ask me, like, literally this has been the question I've gotten, how do you get your hair to not sit on your face? Because, like, it has all this lift up here and it doesn't, like, sit on my face in this area, and this is how. This is exactly what I do. So now I'm going to take my Tangle Ease brush. I think I got it off Amazon a couple years ago because I'm always so worried about hair breakage because I go like 6 months between cuts, and so I don't want to be like ripping my hair every single time I brush it. But I don't recommend that you like brush aggressively no matter what brush you use. But I do recommend brushing it, especially if you're trying to get your hair to go longer. I do recommend brushing it every single day because it'll help transfer the oil from the top of your hair to the bottom of your hair. And your natural oil is actually very, very good for your hair. So yeah, this is what I would do. Sometimes I'll try to part it in the middle, but this has kind of done its own thing and it seems happy about it. So this is what we'll stick with, I guess. I don't put my hair behind my ears for a while it's wet because I don't want it to dry with that bend in it. This is really making me mad over here. I don't know what this is doing. I just said I don't put it behind my ear. Come on. There we go. Anyway, whatever. Maybe I'll just flip it to the other side. That's the beauty of this. It doesn't actually matter because, like, you didn't put your part in a specific place. Like, you just kind of blow dried it in like a voluminous way, and so now when you actually go to style it, like when I go to curl it, I think I'm going to curl it for Christmas, like it'll just have that volume at the root now, and then the part will just fall where it may. It's fine. I think this is all I do, and then I just let the rest air dry. Sometimes if you don't like having your hair wet, personally I just don't like blow drying my hair, so I try to make it really, really fast. But you can go once you have the roots dry and you just blew out your roots. I have it parted right now so there's like no hair on my back, and you can actually take the blow dryer and you can go down this part of the hair. Remember to go with the strand of the hair so that you're not blowing those follicles up, but you can go down like this, and it really is an easy way of like blow drying the rest of the hair while still keeping the volume up here because you're just starting from right there, but also going with the strand of the hair. But you can see like mine's already very dry. Like it's wet back here, and it takes some time for me because I have a ton of hair and I have very long hair. So it'll take some time for this to dry today, but then once it dries, I'm good to go until, what's today, Monday? Yeah, I'm probably good to go till Friday or Saturday. So I don't see any questions, so I'm just gonna hop off. I am gonna do another tutorial, I don't know, maybe a half hour, hour-ish on a wintry eyeshadow look on Facebook, because I know everybody's got Christmas parties tonight and Christmas tomorrow, and I already did my makeup, so basically whatever makeup you use is fine. I'm just going to focus on eyeshadow, and then I do have to still do my lips, so maybe I'll do those live on Facebook too. But Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy your families. I hope you guys have a wonderful couple days. Bye, guys.